I cannot believe that I'm saying this, but after 272 games and 2 rounds of the NFL postseason, we will know who exactly is going to play in the Super Bowl in February. And I'm here making this video telling you exactly how it's going to go. So if you're new, please subscribe and let's get right into it. All right, so going back to my playoff power rankings from a previous video, real quick, this is what I had in mind entering the NFL postseason. These teams are ranked 1 to 14 based off I thought their chances of winning the Super Bowl. So we're just going to eliminate the eliminated teams real quick. That is the Steelers, unfortunately, the Panthers, the Bears, the Jaguars, the Chargers, the Eagles, Texans, Packers, Niners, and Buffalo. So these are the 4 teams that are remaining in the playoffs, and these are where I had them as my 1 to 14 chance to win the Super Bowl. I had the Patriots at 10, which is obviously the lowest one. I had Denver at 4, Seahawks at 3, and Rams at 1. So technically, I was in the ballpark. I just had the Patriots pretty low. But if I were to rank these 1 to 4 teams now, I'm going to go in depth on who I think has the best chance to win the Super Bowl and who think has a worse chance to win the Super Bowl. We're going to talk about it in this video. So I hope you guys enjoy. All right, so some quick stats about the Broncos, which I think has the 4th least chance to win the Super Bowl. Um, Hear me out. I think losing Bo Nix is a huge hit to this team. I don't think Jared Stidham has what it takes to take them to the promised land and win it. I could be wrong, but I know the defense is very good. But Denver, offensively, they are 14th in the NFL in points per game with 23.6. They have 11. They're 11th in the league with passing yards, 223.9 a game, but that's obviously going to go down. They're 16th in rushing, so middle of the pack, and they defensively, they are 3rd in opponents' points per game with 18.3. They are 7th with opponents' passing yards a game. They are 2nd with opponents' rushing yards a game, and they are the best team by a mile to get to the quarterback. They have 68 sacks of the season. So Denver, very good football team defensively sound, one of the best defenses we'll see at getting to the quarterback. But unfortunately, I think losing Bo Nix brings them to number 4 in my chances to win the Super Bowl. If you look at Denver here, a fun fact about them is they are 8-1 at home, so home field advantage is huge for them as they are the number 1 seed. Um, Obviously, looking at the schedule here, they had some tough games, but recently they beat the Chargers in the regular season. Let's see here. Obviously, won their division, 14-3. If we look at some stats here, yeah, Jared Stidham, he hasn't played at all this season, I don't really think. J.K. Dobbins, who they might get back for the Super Bowl if they make it, he was productive before he got hurt. R.J. Harvey has 7 touchdowns. Bo Nix was also a huge factor running the football. He was very good doing that against the Bills, I thought. But it's unfortunate that the Broncos lost Bo Nix, and I think it's really going to cost them their chances to win the Super Bowl. Although their defense is very good, especially at getting to the quarterback and stopping the run, I think Denver Broncos have the 4th least chance to make it and win the Super Bowl, which means they're going to lose to the Patriots in the AFC Championship. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, a fun fact about them is they are 8-0 this year on the road, which I thought was very impressive. It's hard to win in the NFL overall, but especially on the road. Patriots, they dominated their schedule. Some people say it was a very easy schedule. Some people say it's hard to win in the NFL no matter what. I agree with a little bit with both sides, but either way, if New England makes it to the Super Bowl, it's very impressive to go from 3-14 to 14-3. New England offensively, they have the 2nd most points per game in the NFL with 28.8. They have the 4th most passing yards with 250.5 a game. They have the 6th amount of rushing yards a game, 128.9. They have 58 touchdowns, which is 3rd in the NFL. Defensively, they're 4th at stopping the pass, opposing points per game, excuse me. They're 9th in opposing passing yards. They are 6th in opposing rushing yards, and they have 35 sacks, which is 22nd. So they're not very good at getting to the quarterback, but they are good other areas in the defense. Both of these teams play really good defense this year, Patriots and Denver, but I think ultimately it's going to come down to Patriots having Drake May, which is an MVP candidate. I unfortunately don't think he's going to win it, but he's had a heck of a year for Patriots. Um, and I think a key to the Patriots' success this game is Will Campbell. He has to step it up, especially if he's going against a player like Nick Bonito. He can't let them get as much pressure as they did against Buffalo. Will Campbell didn't have the best game against the Chargers, in my opinion, but I think he's going to bounce back. And I think the Patriots have the third best chance to win the Super Bowl as of right now. If I were to give you a final score prediction for this game, it would be 23-14 Patriots. Before we really talk about the upcoming matchup, I just want to get into real quick how close and competitive Rams and Seahawks have been recently. The Seattle Seahawks lead the series all time 29-28, which is very close. And then this year, the first matchup, the Rams won by 2 points, 21-19. And then on the road, the Rams lost to the Seahawks 38-37. So both games this year were decided by the home team. And then, let's take a look at last year. The Seahawks won 30-25, and then the Rams won 26-20. So the last 5 meetings between these teams were a one-score game. So this is going to be an absolute banner. And I'm here to tell you that I truly believe whoever wins this game is going to win the Super Bowl. I've said that a couple weeks ago when I first made my playoff bracket. I said I think this is going to be the NFC Championship, and whoever wins this game is going to win the Super Bowl. I think the Rams will win it. I'm going to stick with my preseason prediction. I know I've said that all year long, but I want my preseason prediction to be right. I said the Rams were going to win the Super Bowl this year. I want to be right on it. It would look good on me. But for Seattle, I mean, they've had an incredible season. Mike Macdonald, I personally think is coach of the year. He's up there with Vrabel. It's one of those two. Seahawks, incredible, especially defensively. I mean, if you just look at the stats, they're third in points per game, eighth in passing yards a game, 10th in opposing rushing yards a game. They have 52 touchdowns, which is 7th in the league. They don't turn the ball over much. And then they have the best passing defense, third best rushing defense, and they have 47 sacks, which is 7th in the league. Seahawks are doing an incredible job as a team. I do think Sam Darnold is going to get pressured a lot in this game. Jared Verse, Braden Fisk, Kobe Turner. Um, I think they're going to have a day. I think Nate Landman's going to play a very good game at linebacker for the Rams. I think it's going to be a very high scoring game. Darnold's health is a factor to me. Them losing Charbonnet is too. I know Kenneth Walker's a starter, but Charbonnet was a good 1-2 punch. But for Seattle, I think this is going to be a very good game, but I think they are going to lose this one, and the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl, as I've said all along. Rams are 5-4 on the road. Seahawks are 6-2. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they're first in points per game with 30. Second best point differential behind Seattle. They are fifth in point differential, and they have the. I would say that's the best in penalties. I don't think they're the most penalized team. I don't think McVay's unit would be like that, but I think it's going to be a very good game. A couple more statistics for the Rams here. They have the best offense in the league, most touchdowns, most passing yards a game, most points per game. Seventh rushing, and then defensively, they could show up. They could be around the pack, little inconsistent. Opposing points per game is 10th. Opposing passing yards a game is 19th. Opposing rushing yards a game is 12th. And they have 47 sacks, which is 7th. So these two teams are very identical. It's going to be a very competitive game. But my final rankings to win the Super Bowl are Denver at 4, Patriots at 3, Seahawks at 2, Rams at 1. Comment down below who you think is going to win the Super Bowl. And this weekend, make a little bracket with the 4 teams left. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please subscribe. I would appreciate it a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Enjoy football weekend. Stay warm. Peace.